Hello and welcome to Let's Get Growing. It's Jo Swann here, the educational gardener from Bulwell Forest Garden in Nottingham. And here we are at the start of November. So it's a lot cooler today. We're definitely sort of heading into winter. There's been a lovely autumn. The leaves are all dropping. And so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be growing Babbington Leeks, Calendulas, which we're going to overwinter for a display in spring, and also Dutch irises to give us a bit of hope for the spring. So I'm going to start with Babbington Leeks. So I thought I'd show you some of ours that are growing here in the ground. So these are a perennial leek, so they're a really good plant in terms of sustainability because we plant them once and we didn't harvest them in the first year. They're just starting to bulb up. Now every bit of this plant is edible. What we can do with it when it's grown big enough is just cut it off at ground level, eat the top growth, and then it will regrow from the bulbs. And over the summer months it's produced these bulbils. So this is what you're going to be receiving in your packs, and this is what we're going to be planting. So hopefully you can have your own patch of Babbington Leeks. So let's get busy, let's get cracking, let's get growing. Okay? Yeah. So we're going to start with the Babbington Leeks. So you should have a little bag with some of the bulbils in. I think there should be 6, 2, 4. I've got 7 there actually, but I've got a module with 6 in. You could put them in little pots. I've decided I'm going to put them in here, and I'm going to try and get them to start growing before I transplant them into the ground. So little bulbs. So we've got like the pointy side up. It's quite difficult to tell, but that's the root side, the flatter side, and the pointy side will be the shoot. So I'm just going to put them in covered up slightly. I think you don't need to put them too deep, because when they fall off the plants, they just grow roots from the surface and then they get dragged under apparently. And they just come into their own, so a really good winter plant these are. They actually die off over the summer months when it's warmer. They reappear in the winter. Okay, so they would be fine outside. I've got a label in. And let's move on. We've got a calendula plant. So these are some that have self-seeded in our beetroot bed. So I thought what we'd do is pot them on and overwinter them. Well, this has actually got a flower on it, but they're quite resilient plants, so I don't need to do anything with them because we've just potted them on, so we'll leave them for the time being. And then we've got some Dutch irises, so got a few bulbs in here. Now what I've decided to do with these is to put them in with my daffodils that we planted last time, so as a kind of lasagna pot. So I've got 2, 4, I think there's 6 bulbs there. Again, the rule with bulbs is 3 times their own depth, so they're going to be about that deep. So I'm just going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes in there. Get my bulb, pointy side up again, roots down, push them in. 1, 2. They'll be fine in there with the dafts. They won't get in each other's way. They'll make their own way to the surface. Okay, and cover them up, and then that's going to go back outside. If you've got squirrels like we have, you might want to put a bit of chicken wire over there or a little bit of cover on until they start coming up. Finally, one last thing I wanted to show you was this is the Land Cress. Again, a really good winter crop, really hardy, and I was just going to show you about pricking it out. So I was going to put it into a module of 9. So I've got a dibber, lifting the roots up, handling the plant by its leaves. That's its root system. Dibber hole, a plant in the middle, compost around it. And I'll do that with all of these, so I've got a tray of 8 in the end. Okay, that's that. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we'd just like to end on a very positive note. And look behind me, I'm just going to pass you over to Babs, who's going to tell you a bit more.
Hi. If you remember back, a long way back, it feels now, around 18 months ago, we did a massive crowdfunding campaign and lots of people donated really generously to that. Since then, we were also nominated as Barrett's Charity of the Year. And behind us, you can see Barrett's and Smart Roof are currently installing our building. So we will have 2 glorious, warm, insulated buildings with solar panels on the top, capturing our rainwater and being fully insulated with environmentally friendly materials. So we have been a long time in the planning, and now that work has begun, it is shooting up, and by the end of today we should even have a roof on. So keep your ears peeled and we'll keep you updated as soon as we have more exciting news.
Woohoo! Thanks, Babs. Thanks for watching. See you next time.